It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
Hi guys, good morning. It's 18th of April 2019. It's a minute past 8 CET. Piotr here, and this is the live pre-London Open market preview on Light Forex Global YouTube channel. Let's start with risk warning, and then we will continue. So the toughest thing right now. Guys, please bear in mind trading FX and crypto margin carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for all investors who can sustain loss of some or all initial investments. So please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Okay, so just a friendly reminder, you are more than welcome to join New York Open. We are going to cover live at 2 p.m. CET, and that's gonna be last meeting this week. Again, we are going to start within the next 6 hours. So yeah, you are more than welcome to join the party. Okay, what happened yesterday? End of the day and yesterday, and the bulls, looks like bulls were trapped a bit. We are going to discuss it in a second. The first sign was the oil price action after the EA. Then the daily close on Nasdaq, for example, and then the late rejection around the high on dollar yen as well. So suddenly, towards the end of the session yesterday, the risk turned a little bit off. It was the softer end of the day. Anyway, I wouldn't say that we should aggressively go with risk off yet, ahead of this short holiday break. For Japanese guys, it's 10 days. Anyway, what's on the agenda? It's a PMI day in Europe. So what we are going to get at 9:15 the French one, 9:30 the German one, at 10 the flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI for the Eurozone. Then 10:30 retail sales out of the UK, and Bank of England credit conditions survey. So the question is if the European PMI can shake the market. To be honest with you, what is worth to watch, it's the one from Germany at 9:30, especially the manufacturing one, right? 44.1 was the previous reading, so it can stay below 50. But if we are gonna to see the pop, euro may pop up as well, and that might be the opportunity to try to sell it. So if we are talking about the Eurozone PMI, so let's have a look what we have on euro. And there we go. And there we go. Let's make it that way. Would like to show you something from the higher time perspective. From the higher time perspective, just 1 second. Hopefully, because it's slow, like slow motion. And you know, especially if the pound after CPA data holding 35 pips range, come on. Anyway, we are talking about the euro dollar right now, and that's what I want to show you here is this downtrend channel. The sizes of the move inside that channel and where we are right now. Looks like 111, 110 on the horizon, as long as on a daily close, on a daily basis, we are below 1330, 1350. That's how I see. That's how I see the things here. So what is going on euro? Okay, what I'm not happy with, is that market was not able to hit more stops towards 1330, 1350. We are talking about this zone for like, I don't know, a week already. We were close last Friday. We were close yesterday, and there is a something like double top, and I don't like it because it's equal tops. I like double top. Looks like this one. So let's say we have a high and we are trying to create double top, and the second top looks like this. That's what I like, right? The equal, it's too beauty, right? So yeah, we might, if there are gonna be some kind of the market shakeout, right? Let's say the combination of the dollar yen sell-off, combination of the weakness in DAX, maybe tick higher in terms of PMI in Germany. So we might see attempt to go higher. So we might to try to clean this double top. It's not a double top, right? It's a like equal highs, and then rejection. All right, and then because what I'm trying to tell you, my way of thinking, that we have to find some liquidity. So if the plan is to go to the downside, most probably we have to take out this equal highs, find the liquidity, and then reject that one. Because if we are gonna to try first go lower through the yesterday and day before low, so then we have this demand, and most probably we are going to look for liquidity to the downside, and then we'll try to go upside. Hopefully it makes sense, right? And based on the quarterly chart, that's what we discussed, this move to the downside towards 11 or even 110, it's still possible, and from the higher time frame, yeah, we may see the bulls will step in there, especially the 110 is a psychological level, right? So that's how it looks from a higher time frame perspective, and to be honest with you, I'm so scary and so afraid to switch to lower time frame. Okay, nothing has happened here still, same song, possible supply towards 1330, 1350, possible demand down towards 1270, 1250 with the possibility of 1240 based on this blue line here based on the weekly chart, right? So simply I have no idea what I can add here. So those two lower shadows we discussed yesterday. So first thing first, immediately we took out the low by pip or so, but then Tokio confirmed this stop hunt to the downside, so maybe we will try again. Where is a possible supply with very aggressive approach? So one thing is 1330, 1350, and to the downside 1270, 1250. That's for a quite long time. But with the aggressive approach, let's say market will try to take the advantage of that shadow, right? So the first supply probably around this weekly open. So the price action we've seen yesterday, 1 hour after the New York open, sudden sell-off, right? Let's try to check it on the 1 minute chart. How was it? Where it was? Yeah, that was that one. Right, the sudden sell-off. So I think that this so Tokyo took out New York low, and probably London will try to take out the Tokyo low. Yeah, maybe we are going to try to hold a little bit lower, but in case we are going to see lower levels, be aware of 1270, 1250. So it's both supply and demand, intraday supply and demand are very close. And finally, just to finish the euro dollar thing, options we do have, and that's nice. Maybe we are going to see this stop hunt to the upside. 113, 1.4 billion, 1320, 1325, so 5 pip zone. We've got 3.2 billion, and finally 1350, 1.2. So in total we do have like 5 billions in between 1350, and you know, I'm not surprised. The zone we are discussing for a week already is well covered by the option traders. To the downside, 1225 is 1.9. Right, so I can imagine that London is manipulating market to the upside to get this zone 1330, 1350 based on the options, and then for the rest of the day we are going lower towards 4 p.m. CET, towards the option expiration, or 10 a.m. New York, to get this 2 billion at 1225, for example. Sounds like a plan, at least. All right. Then, as I mentioned, at 10:30 CET, we got some UK numbers. So let's have a look what we have on the pound. And I'm scary here as well. No change in view. 35 pips yesterday. No change in view. I'm waiting for market to try to take the advantage of that range. Either we are gonna to break to the downside. I'm gonna wait for the sign in size move to the downside. So retest of 130 and then looking for rejection. On the other hand, in case market first will try to break to the upside, something around 31, 31.20, and probably I'm not gonna do anything unless I'm gonna to see that. I might to think about this Tuesday supply, right over here, but I think it's easy to try to find the liquidity over here. So again, I would be very careful and wouldn't be surprised to see we are gonna to retest Monday high based on size of the range. And really there is nothing we can add here. Now things should get interested here. Dollar yen. Daily close. Very, very interesting daily close yesterday. Of course, it's not visible on a daily, but the late New York price action was interesting. Okay, so finally we had this stop hunt over here, right? We have to remember about one thing. We have to remember about this possible demand. We, from the bear's perspective, and trying to be on the safe side, right? We have to close below 1170, 1160, right? To try to activate this supply. Would be even better with the daily close below 1140, 1130. Still, the range from the 10th of April, right? There are plenty of possible levels over here, all right? But anyway, the thing is, once we are going to be able to activate this supply, all right, that's gonna be something. So what I would like to, of course, the aggressive approach is to look to sell because of the yesterday price action, right? But you have to remember about this 1160, 1170, right? We might try to find the support. Bulls may try to find the support, and especially what we discussed yesterday, if you remember, the Japanese guys, they are gonna have 10 days holiday, right? But believe me or not, the Bank of Japan guys, they are not gonna have any kind of the holiday. They are gonna to watch 24 hours per day the market, trying to avoid the crash on the yen crosses, right? So if there is a need, because of the low liquidity, they may try to manipulate the market to the upside. That's how I see the things. Anyway, so the aggressive sellers already in. Conservative sellers are waiting for close at least below 111.70, 111.40. Would be great to see 2 consecutive days close below. The green zone over here, right? Because I'm gonna to explain based on the Nasdaq as well, the current situation. Okay. So what we may see during the London session, what I'm gonna to look for, it looks like Tokyo created the situation because that's holy Maloney, 1 second. Okay, what is important here? That's the zone from where we hit the stops. So that was the demand. More or less holds through the day yesterday. And we were able as a bulls to see approach late New York and market try it again. Failed. Swing high at the end of the session. Quite important, right? So we were trying at the beginning of the new day, we're trying to hold that zone, but again, shadow, 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 boom, boom, boom. We broke through, right? And from the intraday perspective, Tokyo confirmed supply here, right? So what we've seen right now, here, is a retest of this confirmation. Rejection, right? What I'm gonna look for during the London, I will try to be aggressive here because probably stop is gonna be very tight. So what I'm gonna try to, how I'm gonna try to approach this this dollar yen. I think that there is a good intraday liquidity pool based on these shadows here and here, right? But look where was the aggressive move. Blue dotted line, weekly open, right? This one. Blue dotted line, weekly open, right? Look at this here. Riley, boom, take out the low. So what I'm gonna to look for during the London is to try to trade this zone with the stop above the figure, right? So it's gonna be like something depends on the level, right? The weekly open is around 95.96 and stop is gonna, if I'm gonna be able to take it at 97 and stop is gonna be 12.04 or something, I'm gonna have 7 pips stop, right? More or less. And I would like to see the continuation to the downside. Otherwise, if I'm gonna be stop out, then more chop is possible, even with the attempt to retest late Tokyo, late New York high here, right? Not the highest high, but this late Tokyo high. I think here, if there is a really move, if really we wanna go lower, so based on this zone, based on this line, trend line, falling trend line, it's gonna be attempt to break with rejection, right? It might be, I wouldn't say, no, I don't even try to say it. It's worth to watch EURUSD JPY because of the interest rate differentials, maybe instead of dollar yen, someone want to trade euro JPY, right? And looks like it's similar to what we've seen on dollar yen. There was a there was a 15th of April high 79, for 12th of April high 77, 79. Yesterday 81. Stops are done. Rejection. Close below. It's not the highest close, right? So watch out the low over here. Aggressive approach is to try to sell based on retest of 68.78 or on a break of 18. And close below 18, daily close below 18, especially 2 consecutive days, may confirm we are going to see lower levels. But again, I'm not talking about any kind of the crash. If we are going to take out these 2 days from the beginning of the year, then that's what we discussed lately, yesterday, the day before, we have the range. So we are mid of the range, first target, bottom of the range, second target, and then watch. If breakout or breakdown in that case, if breakdown, retest, new short, right? It sounds easy. It's not that easy, but at least sounds easy. Now, from the intraday perspective, of course, that's the range, right? So the best thing is, from the bear's perspective, to activate this supply. In that case, I'm talking about the move to the downside, retest, continuation to the downside. Where is the first intraday demand on Euro JPY? It's probably somewhere here. So that's possible target. That's possible target. Right? So I wouldn't be in rush trying to sell here, because still we are within the range. It's quite good range. It's 78.18, so it's 60 pips. But because it's a range, as I mentioned, either we are going to see higher levels and trying to fade the higher levels, or we are going lower, lower, lower. So be patient, wait. We might see stop count and move back. So you want to see deeper break below 26.18, retest, and you want to trade eventually the retest. All right, just the friendly reminder, whatever scenario we are discussing, please test it on demo account or paper trading. So that's how I see things here. And the first sign was the cat yen yesterday, if you remember, but that's something we are going to discuss during the afternoon meeting, as we don't have enough time to discuss everything here pre-London Open. So, we discussed yens. So let's have a look what happened on Nasdaq. And remember, at the very beginning, before the cash open, first I said we are going to watch DJ. Then I realized that there is a break, but it's a pre-market break on Nasdaq, right? And we started to watch. Nasdaq. So what happened? We took out the stops, and the big failure at the close. Big failure at the close, but we at least minimum confirmation, we need the daily close below yesterday low. Then we are gonna to have the possibility of the swing high creation. Right? So be careful, guys, trying to be front runner. We can easily do something like this. I will try to visualize it for you. So I'm going to visualize for you this one of the possible scenario, right? So yeah, failure above last year high. It's bad sign. Of course it's a bad sign, right? But you, as long as we cannot move the market, we shouldn't be front runners. So there are gonna be plenty of sellers trying to be as soon as possible on the short side, right? So we might see at the very beginning of the cash market, we might see the Forex trying to push it lower, right? Okay, where is the weekly open? Here. 7,630 based on my chart, and the stops below the weekly low, and we may hit that stops. So let's have a look that way. Okay, and we may try to hit that stops, but then suddenly, right, so that's gonna be something like this. And then suddenly, to have great holiday season, all the central banks will start buying. And it might turn out that we are gonna to finish like this, right? Of course, yesterday price action is a bad sign, but it's not end of the world yet. And once all these possible sellers over here above daily open a little bit higher above last year high, they might be forced to close the yearly shorts. So they might push the price higher towards the end of the session. Hopefully you got my point. I'm not saying it's going to happen. What I'm saying that we have to carefully watch the price action, right? Because of this upper shadow, of course it's a logical place, but it's also a natural place where you are taking some profits around the last year high. So it might be just the first profit taking, and that's it, and we might continue to the upside. Of course, it's a bad sign, upper shadow, the close below previous day high, of course, I agree, but we need some kind of the confirmation. Here is a logical place, but what I'm trying to tell you, it might be that we are going to see double upper shadow. The market will try push again, hit yesterday high, some stops, and then will try to reject. Isn't that better situation? To try to join the party? Why would you want to chase here? Let's wait for any kind of the confirmation, so lower close. Then you want to sell on the rising day, not on the falling day. Why would you pay the retail price? Try to get the better price, right? Hopefully you got my point here. So be careful because, yeah, you know, We need something more than upper shell. Of course, again, logical place really looks, wouldn't say ugly, but doesn't look good from the bull's perspective. But anyway, they still got the chance to push it higher. Okay, so finally, 2 words about the crypto. And bulls are doing well. So what happened here from the intraday? We know where we are from the higher time frame, and we are going to discuss higher time frame during afternoon meeting. So briefly, quickly, what happened? There was this arrows over here, so supply, attempt to break lower. Bulls were able to recover to take out this supply. So once the supply is taken out, meaning that there is a possible demand over here, so we are trying to retest yesterday, right, as you can see, and we are trying to take out another supply. If that's successfully taken out, then this high and this liquidity pool in play, so 5,500. But that's the battle. The real war is going to happen around 5,800, 6,000, where the wall of supply, I'm pretty sure there will be wall of supply over there. Right? So as long as we are above 4,950, it looks good from the bull's perspective. So yeah, I'm not saying we are not gonna see up and down here, but overall I do expect this 5,400, 5,350, 5,500 to be tested soon, as long as 4,950 holds. Alright, so that's how I see the Bitcoin here. Alright guys, that's it from me today in relation to the London Open, to pre-London Open. Don't be trapped, guys, and you are more than welcome to join me afternoon. I'm going to cover New York Open, so let's meet within the next few hours. Have a great morning, guys. See you again. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.